Adding three-dimensional stamp florals to your cards, your layouts, and your paper crafted projects is one of the hottest trends within the paper crafting industry. Today I'm going to share my tips and techniques using the flowering dogwood. Now, if you've already shaped some flowers, you may just be looking for some additional tips to take your flower shaping to the next level, or maybe you've been on the website and you've seen all these different floral dimensions and you've thought to yourself, I don't know if I could shape flowers like that. We're going to break it down into a couple simple, easy steps, and you will be a flower shaping pro in no time. So we're going to use the flowering dogwood and do two different shaping techniques. This is the Flowering Dogwood stamp set. Now, when you look at this stamp set, if you would stamp all the flowers at one time, you'd be stamping 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 flowers at one time. Plus you have 4 leaves. So that's an incredible value within this. But then the die has your flowers that cut it out, the leaves, and also 2 different stamen sizes. So to get started, we're going to stamp our images first, and I'm stamping 2 sets of the florals. So I'm stamping a total of 8 flowers with 1 pass of my stamp and the dies to cut them out. So when I'm at home in the evening and I don't really have a lot of time to just create an entire project, I'm going to just spend some time stamping images, coloring them, and cutting them out. So in a matter of maybe 5 nights, I have a bunch of dimensional flowers that I can use for projects. So see how beautifully that just stamps those. The dimension and detail with these are absolutely incredible. So this is the die that cuts these out. So all you'd have to do is just lay this on top, line that up, and that would be ready to cut out. So just run this through your manual die cutting machine. Once you've done that, you're ready to color them. So to color these, I will use my sponge dauber. I'll use the same color ink that I stamped with, which is a coral Brilliance ink, and just add a little bit of color. I just want this to be very soft and very delicate. You can really experiment with a bunch of different colors to get completely different looks. So I'm just doing the tips just a little bit, and then I'll go back, and these little notches at the tip of the dogwood, I'm going to add just a little bit of crimson copper to get that a little bit darker and add a little bit of a touch of shading with this. So it's a pretty quick and easy way to add color, like a two-tone color to your flower. To shape the flower, we're going to use the Deluxe flower shaping kit. I'm using the stylus, the mat, and the 8mm and 3mm tip. So to get started, I wanted to create just kind of a basic background floral, and I'll use my water mister. Just spray a little bit of water on the back. I'm using a 100-pound smooth white cardstock. And for this one, since I want a little bit more of a crinkled edge, I'm going to fold my mat in half. So I have a double layer, and then I'm using that 3mm tip and just pressing down at the very tips of the petal. Now this is a little bit different shape of flower, so you'll get a different look because of that. So just press down. The harder you press, the more dimension you're going to achieve. So I'll just kind of press around the tops, and then I'll switch to my large stylus tip, press down 1 time in the center of each of those flowers. We'll bring this back, press down in the middle with that large stylus tip, and that pops all those petals up. Now this is how it looks if you just do one size, but the flowering dogwood has multiple sizes that you can layer and stack. So if you wanted to do 2 layers, you could layer 2 of that same shaped flower on top of each other. To achieve this crinkled look, you're going to want to take your largest flowering dogwood, and again I'll spray along the back. Just about 1 to 2 mists. You don't want it to have it so wet that it's like a shower. And I'll use my 2mm tip, and I'll do about 1, 2, 3 score lines on the back of each petal, so you can do this pretty quickly. And what this does is it gives you the option to just kind of break those fibers of the paper, and then you can press these together and it just creases it for you. So you have this one floral, but you get a completely different look just based on how you shape it. And that's the beauty of this dogwood. You can do delicate looks with like vellum, cardstock. You can crinkle it, so you have a lot of looks with just one of these. And there's so many sizes, so you get a lot of versatility. Now I'll switch to the 3mm tip and just go back. Just keep the tip pinched together with your fingers and just press down a little bit in the center of those petals so the petals kind of round out. Flip this right side up and you are ready to add that into the center of this flower. So you'll just pop that in, and when I press this in, I'll just press that in with the stylus, and that really pops up very nicely. And then you'll just add some Pearlescent to the center to finish off that flower. This is the stamen within the Flowering Dogwood die set. You have a small and a large. So to shape these stamens for those beautiful flower centers, what you want to do is take your flower curling tip from the Deluxe flower shaping set, just catch that on the top, and you just twirl that stamen just kind of in a circular motion until everything is twirled around the top. Then you'll take that off and you'll add a little bit of glue. Now, I like to make double stamen centers, so you can always like add this in the center too. So what we're going to do is we're going to just make sure that this is tightly rolled together and add some glue to the very base of this. And we're going to pop this into the center of another stamen that is already dry, and that just makes a little bit fuller stamen. So we'll put this aside to dry, and I have some green ones here that are dry already as well. So what you'll want to do is just take the dry ones, add a little dollop of glue on the back, pop that into whichever flower center you prefer, and you have that beautiful accent for the flowering dogwood. So with the flowering dogwood, you can add accents of glass glitter and shards and fun things like that to make it really elegant, and the stamens in here are just absolutely exquisite. So you get a lot of different sizes within the Flowering Dogwood stamp and die set, and you have all those beautiful flowers, leaves, and stamens all within one stamp and die combination. So here are just a couple glimpses of just different color combinations all the way from large to small, so you'll get a lot of sizes. You'll be using this flower over and over for a lot of different variations. Another set that I absolutely love is the one with the doves and the branches, and that set comes from the Flowering Dogwood branches. And I always tell my crafters, you want to make sure that you get all the pieces within a collection so you have all the elements that we feature and you can create those beautiful projects. So this one has the Flowering Dogwood frame, the branch, and one of those flying doves, and it gets cut out with the coordinating die. Here is another project. This is very delicate, very soft, very pastel. Here's one with the dove kind of flying with the on the top with the kind of Flowering Dogwood sprays coming down from the bottom. Here we've got some more encrusted flowers. We're using the beautiful, stunning background paper. The background paper is so beautiful. It's perfect for springtime. Here's that dove again with vellum florals. The dogwood looks absolutely exquisite in vellum as well. Another set that we have is the Flowering Dogwood and Dove set. There are 3 doves, and this, I kind of call it a Flowering Dogwood spray branch. This I use all the time. Some of these doves would be perfect to just clip off their tails and use it as a swirl or a decorative accent on its own. So with that one, let's see, we have over here, you see that spray in the center of the Botanic window die. Very, very beautiful with just a paper background. Here's another way that I've used that one with the dove and the spray on top. Here it's in the window opening with a vellum floral celebrating your special day. So the Flowering Dogwood collection is perfect for faith projects, for wedding. You can do really fun little little flowering dogwood clusters with the leaves in here as well. Another set that's really popular is the Dogwood Chapel. This set has more like background stamps that are beautiful to add as accents to your card or in the center of the frames. And with this specific set, you can accent with the vellum florals. You can use a chapel in the background. This is this beautiful dogwood frame and the little dogwood blossoms on the side. With this, I also have, let's see, over here, this is the dogwood blossom in the background, accented with the dogwood florals and the dove. And then here's one you have to see. I absolutely love how this chapel is three-dimensional. Now that is scissor cut. There is no die for that one, so you can beautifully color it, add those dogwood florals and the frame for a stunning project. Here are a couple more done with beautiful paper accents, the botanic orchid window. So we'll kind of go through these quickly. Now, if you're seeing these and you're like, Emmylou, hey, I would love to create these. We will feature these on the blog with full instructions so that you can recreate these very easily. Here's another one using the chapel from the background paper collection. Here's another one, and I have to show you some of the ones up here as well. Isn't this just absolutely stunning? So you can create all sorts of bouquets, branches, and fun things with your Flowering Dogwood collection. The Flowering Dogwood paper collection is exquisite with beautiful springtime color features, pinks, greens, and the beautiful stamped images are all included in the background, so it matches perfectly. Now, I always tell crafters, make sure you get 2 so you don't run out of your paper, because it is consumable and you want to make sure you have those beautiful papers as accents that go with those coordinating stamps and dies. Have fun using these simple yet easy techniques to create your flowering dogwoods. Just remember to practice a couple times, follow along with the videos until it feels very natural and you're comfortable with it. Experiment with fun, different color combinations to achieve completely different looks. If you don't own the flowering dogwoods yet, make sure to order yours today so you can get started playing with these immediately. I would love to see what you create. You can share your projects with us on Facebook. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.